Hey y'all, Dr. J here. I want to explain where my model, the TRAC model, came from. And I want to do this because perhaps it might help one of you in analyzing your own organization's performance and how to improve it. I'm just trying to pay it forward, always have been. So I was hired as part of a turnaround team. And my job was to focus on the biggest issue, which was the sales team. There was massive turnover, lack of performance year over year. It was consistent effort and issue. And I had 1,400 salespeople, 5 VPs directly reporting to me, and all the management in the middle. Right. So it was a massive undertaking. And I had this giant whiteboard at my office. I miss that whiteboard. And just got to work on what did we need to do to fix this operation. And so across this board, I had columns of activities we needed to focus on. And first one was accountability. How are we holding our people accountable? Can they get behind that accountability measurement, right? Like, is it goals that they believe that they could achieve, that they were achievable, that would push them to excel, right? It's a fine line in there, and you always have to be pushing, because if not, your organization's failing. So accountability was number one. Next thing was recognition. How are we holding our people accountable, and what is the recognition from that performance? Primarily, do they agree with and are intrinsically motivated by that recognition? Are we just trying to throw some money at something, or do we actually care about what motivates our people? Then it was communication. How are we communicating with our team internally across this massive system? I mean, we're talking, I had 1,400 reps. There were 7 different brands. The number of regulators that we were upheld to was probably in the dozen. It's been a minute since I actually had to count that number, but it was big, right? So communication was critical. You know, you hear Gallup organization talk about psychological safety as the number one driver for performance. I'm sorry. Yes, that's true, but you got to start with accountability. That's where it starts. And then you got to carry it forward, right? And then the last one was training. How are we training our people? How are we using them for training when they're doing well? And how are we training them when they're not, right? And then the 5th column on my board was all the miscellaneous stuff. So literally everything we did fell into training, recognition, accountability, and communication. Well, it was actually ARCT, ARCT, and that's not a very good acronym. So the TRAC model came to play. So if you're looking at your org and you're wondering why it's not hidden, I recommend you start with accountability and carry it all the way through to how are they held accountable? How are you recognizing their performance? How are you communicating? And then finally, what is your training program? Focus on those 4 elements, and you might just get that performance culture you're looking for. All right, y'all. Wish you the best of luck in 2026. Peace to you.